Hello, I'm going to go over how to use two-factor authentication using SMS messaging with testRigor. First thing we do is let's start off with testRigor, and I need to put in some way of actually sending an SMS message to a cell phone. And I'm going to do that with my cell phone. In order to do that, we are using a third-party app called Twilio. So let's go over to the Twilio website. And you'll notice I have a Twilio account, and I'm going to need three things. I'm going to need an account SID, which is what we see here. I'm going to need an authorization token, which I'm not going to show you, but is right here. And then I'm going to need my Twilio phone number. So this is a phone number given to me by Twilio. Now, Twilio is an application that allows you to bridge the wonderful world of the internet with actually connecting to a real phone, a real cell phone, whether it's calling or with SMS messaging. We're going to use this for SMS messaging. So taking these three items here, the account SID, the authorization token, and then my Twilio phone number, and then let's go into testRigor. So here we are in testRigor. I now need to go, let me move this over here, into settings and integrations. And then scroll down until I see the Twilio piece. Did I scroll past it? Yes, I did. Here's Twilio. This is where I put in my account ID, my super secret auth token, which is hidden, and then my phone number. After I put those in, don't forget to press the save button down here to lock those changes in. Otherwise, if I move away, it's going to disappear. Well, now that I've done that, I have my Twilio account. I've put in my credentials for my Twilio account into testRigor. Let's go ahead and go over to test cases. And I have an example that I've prepared for you. In this example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to emulate two-factor authentication using SMS messaging. How am I going to emulate it? Well, I'm going to emulate it by sending this message here. Let's give us more real estate, shall we? There we go. That makes the code a little bit easier to see. You'll notice here that what I'm doing is, first thing, let's send a message to my cell phone. How am I doing that? Message from, whenever you see the words stored value in testRigor, immediately think that's a variable. So message from stored value, my Twilio number. My Twilio number is a variable that I've created that has my Twilio number in there. Send a message from my Twilio number to stored value. Here that is. Here's those words again. That means variable. My cell number. Now I'm using a variable here, so you do not see my actual cell number, and that's fine. So we're going to send a message from my Twilio number to my cell number with content from a string with parameters starting from the next line and ending with the keyword end. So the very next line, first line, is a space. Then we see, hi James, enter the following code to proceed, code : 5150, then another blank line, and then end. So code 5150 is a two-factor authentication message that I would like my test case to extract from wherever it is I'm trying to log into, and then place that into that website so that I can, in fact, log in. All right, so I've sent my message. That's going to appear here. After that, I need code to verify that a message was actually received on my target phone. And we see the code here. Check that SMS from stored value. Here's those words again, meaning I have a variable. from stored value, check that SMS, a message from my Twilio number, was sent to my cell number, and that it contains code, the word code. All right, I'm just doing a little bit of error checking there. And then save the whole message to a variable called SMS. This creates a variable called SMS that's going to contain this whole message here. All right, so I've sent the message. I've detected that the message was there. I verified it. I've saved the contents of that message into a variable. Now I need to extract that value from the message, and I do that here. Let's go ahead and extract just the authorization code from the message. And then once we have that code, the 5150, let's store it into a variable. In this case, I'm going to store it into a variable called confirmation code. All right. So now that we've seen that, let's go ahead and I want to execute this test. Test is now executing. I have my phone unlocked and I want to show you the phone. We're waiting. It's in queue. We want to wait for it to get in progress. All right, my phone is still has no new messages on it. It's in the queue. It's in the queue. Okay. It's in progress, and we see ding, it appeared in real time. And what happened? Oh, look at this. Sent from your Twilio account. All right. It says, "Hi James, enter the following code to proceed." Look at that. It worked. Okay, and it has the code in there, 5150. So we know that Twilio works. We know that testRigor works because it sent the message out, and I'm getting more messages from other people, but that's okay. Let's look at the actual script and see what happened. So this is the step where it did the magic. Let's look at more details and show extra info, and voila. Stored value, SMS, that's a variable, was set to, here's the message, sent from your Twilio account. "Hi James, enter the following code to proceed, 5150. So we know that part worked. And then the next one where we extracted that code and just this code here into a new variable, we see that stored value in the variable confirmation code was set to 5150. How about that? Okay, I now have the confirmation code that was sent to me by our, in this case, fictitious two-factor authentication site, and I have it stored within this variable. My very next thing to do, my very next step would be to enter that code into the website with a enter from stored variable or from stored value confirmation code into whatever. And that's how you do two-factor authentication using SMS messages with testRigor. Thank you.